Hey, Graham.
I'd love to kiss you, but I just washed my hair.
Betty Davis, Beyond the Forest.
I'm good, huh? I'm good, huh?
Ooh, if I caught you at a bad time...
I was just taking a shower. Was I expecting you?
Oh, actually, I was just gonna run some ideas by Cruz on his Toxon deal, but we just maybe skip all that and get to the good stuff.
Sorry, but I'm not into whips and chains.
I bet you're probably leather and lace, right?
Have you and Cruz been swapping lies in the locker room again?
Would we do that?
Yeah, you would, with both hands tied behind your back, you big pig.
Baby,
No, I like that part.
shower was so inspirational. I hope you're not dressed yet.
Hey, I can be down to my skivvies in 5 seconds.
Lucky for us, you can't count that high.
Well, I hope you won't be too late.
No, I'm not going to be late. But I am going to have dinner with Kelly tonight. Girls' night out, no men allowed.
Oh. Well, is it all right if I wander aimlessly around the periphery with my glass of wine and remote control?
Depends what you're wearing.
It'll be a surprise.
You don't have to ask me if you can hang out here. I thought you were here permanently anyway.
I don't want to take advantage of your hospitality. The man who came to dinner and I stayed past Letterman, past breakfast, past Christmas.
Happy New Year. Why don't you give up your apartment? You're never there anyway.
I've got a lease.
Break it. I gotta go. Bye.
Bye. One ring, you're getting pretty impatient. No, you're gonna have to wait this one out just a little while longer.
The temperature's still running a little high.
It's all this body heat.
Oh, no, none of that. You know what the doctor ordered? Peace and quiet.
Ooh. Then you better get the biggest, nastiest, ugliest RN possible with a disposition to match so we can keep that mercury hovering in the safety zone.
Oh. And how is the patient progressing? Oh, my stars. I have seen better color on a cadaver.
Well, thank you.
Lionel, if this is the way marriage agrees with you, I suggest that you petition immediately for an annulment. And I suggest that you take your rosy bedside manner on out of here.
Lionel.
You see, visiting hours are over until further notice.
But this...
So you caught us red-handed, huh?
And red face, not to mention with your pants down, a little breeze back there.
Lucky for you, I didn't share any truly useful carnal knowledge.
Ooh, I love when you sweet talk me. I'm a sucker for romance.
Yeah, well, let me slip into something less comfortable, lest the temptation prove too much.
Oh, another lost opportunity. They're writing songs of love, but not for me.
You guys are good. Do you rehearse this kind of a thing, or is it just an improvisation?
Oh, Cruz and me?
Oh, yeah.
No, we just make it look easy. See, what you're seeing is the polish. It's kind of like Jody and me. What you don't see is all the rough stuff behind the scenes.
Well, gotta say that lately I've been getting pretty good at stumbling out on the stage wildly, trying to figure out what part I'm playing today and what my lines are today.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that little scene where my wife took your head off, the crisis with Chipper.
She told you about that, huh?
Just the bare bones. Said she flew off the handle, you got upset, the waters were a little choppy, but trust me, Kel, she feels bad about it.
There's no reason to. It was no big deal. Usually I feel like I'm a fairly competent person. I guess I'm just not used to standing around, you know, and taking orders from somebody.
I know, it's a real shot in the arm to the old ego, isn't it? I'm used to it. I mean, even on your best day, a person like Jody, through no fault of her own, makes you wonder how you made it all these years going to the bathroom by yourself. Seems like there's somebody else around here kind of fits that description.
Ooh, an epidemic of perfection, you mean? Could be intimidating, I guess.
Yeah. You know what we gotta do? We gotta start ourselves a club. We call it the Flotsam and Jetsam Society, huh? I could be like the poster boy who stumbles out of the John with toilet paper stuck to his shoe.
Maybe I could give the opening speech and have like a little piece of spinach hanging from my tooth. We could have a motto. We're number 2 and we like it!
That's right. Laugh and the world laughs with you. Cry and you drink salty beer at the end of the bar.
It's not good self-esteem here, Reese, huh? You know, it's not. I'll remember that, though, the next time I'm playing dodgeball with Jody's shadow.
You know, I don't want you and Jody having a falling out and wrecking the great setup cruise I have.
Oh, so that's what this sensitive song and dance routine is, huh? You just don't want to inconvenience the menfolk.
Isn't that usually the case?
Come here, manfolk.
Listen, I'd love to hang around here all day and listen to you sweet talk my baby, Reese, but I gotta hook up with my brother. He's got some woman trouble of his own.
Well, sail or bail, you know? Give him my sympathy.
Yeah, like you got it rough.
You're kind of having a bad hair day, aren't you? That's nice. Listen, do me a favor, will you? When you're out tackling the world's problems, could you take a second to look at this Toxan file, see if it speaks to you?
Thought you had Gina all sewed up.
So did I, but it's kind of starting to unravel. I appreciate it if you'd take a look and let me know where I can catch you later.
Well, I'm gonna meet Рэйф at the Oasis.
Buy you a beer.
All right. I'll catch you later. I'll catch you later, too.
Only if I let you. And I will.
You know, guys, leave a little bit for me, will you?
Yeah.
Yeah, your dreams.
Yeah, you're funny, pal. You're funny.
Yeah, well, leave them laughing and begging for more.
No, you leave him laughing. I'll leave him begging for more.
Ouch.
Yeah. So Cruz is gone. What's really bugging you?
Lily, we've got a problem here. Honestly, what can I do to show you that I am not such a bad guy?
Well,
Anything.
you could die. You know, it's kind of rude to speak ill
All
of
right,
the dead,
enough,
short of that.
Enough. It's pretty obvious I'm gonna have a tough time getting you over to my side, huh?
Ooh, the macho challenge. Where have I heard that before? Oh, Рэйф.
Castillo?
Huh?
Wait, ho. You're comparing me to that lowlife? Lily, well, you really know how to hurt a guy.
What goes around comes around. Proving, of course, that somebody up there must actually like me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, for your information, Miss Blake, any resemblance you might find between me and Рэйf is purely a fluke of nature. Because I am not now, nor have I ever been Рэйf Castillo.
Boy, you got that right.
Well, what is that supposed to mean? You know, the truth is, I may very well be the second best thing that's ever happened to you.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa, Rich, what's the first? I'm really interested to hear this.
Getting Рэйf out of your life.
He's not out of my life.
What do you mean? From what I've heard, you
Well, sounds to me like you've been talking to the wrong people.
I think it's time you and I declared a truce. If not for our sake, for the sake of Lionel.
Well, that depends on the terms.
Non-negotiable. Now, there's nothing I can do about the two of you being married. It's over and done with, and I have to accept it.
Well, how gracious of you.
However, if you are indeed or in fact to be a Lockridge, whether in name only, you are to comport yourself accordingly. I will not be treated like the downstairs help in my own home. Now, Gina, I am perfectly willing to work with you and to coach you in the finer points of etiquette in which you are so sorely lacking, but I must have your word that you will not discredit the family name.
What do you want? Blood?
Tempting, but insufficient. I want you to tell me whether or not you offed old man Toxin.
So, what's going on with you guys, anyway?
Well, maybe you ought to get that information from Рэйф. Can I get you an iced tea, coffee, something?
No, I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Okay, I gotta get to work.
All right. Okay.
Hey, man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, sure. How you doing?
All right, how's Chip?
He's fine, man. What a scare that was, you know? It was just an ear infection. got him some antibiotics, and he's feeling better. And how are you? I just tried to get a little something out of Lilly, and she shut down on me.
Yeah, you know, it's my fault. Actually, this isn't about Lilly and me. This is about someone else.
Another lady in your life?
I guess you could put it that way. Yeah.
Who?
Remember that blonde at the fight?
Lisa, the one you dedicated the fight to.
Yeah. Me and my big mouth. You know, the next time I decide to make a romantic gesture, I'm gonna do it with flowers. Anyway,
What?
you know, we got together after the bout. It was just one time.
Oh. Uh-huh. Okay, so you slept with her, and Lilly found out about it?
Yeah, that's just half of it.
Well, what?
Well, you know, Lilly also knows that, I mean, I just found out that Lisa might be, she might be pregnant with my kid.
Here's your cerveza. You have some salt. Would you rather have a soft drink?
No, it's fine. I'm off duty.
So talk to me.
You ever read Stephen King?
Mm-hmm. I have. I've read The Shining. It freaked me out so much I slept with the light on for about 1.5 years.
Yeah, I know. I don't blame you. Stephen King says that everybody has his own private nightmare. Sort of a special custom-made fear that we all carry around with us day and night. You know what it's like to wake up in the morning when you've had a bad dream? You think about it and you can't really remember any of the specific details, but you can't seem to shake the fact that something bad happened or something bad's about to happen. Somebody tapped into my private nightmare, Kel. Really drove it home.
I have a private nightmare. It has to do with my sister and Cruz.
Sounds like we're sharing the same nightmare, except this one has to do with Cruz and Jody.
Still? This is still bothering you? How close they are?
That's what bothers me. Just how close they are. I really didn't think about it too much until Frank mentioned it the other day, and then I really started to focus on it again.
What did Frank say?
We're sitting at the office, and out of the blue, he says, "Look how much BJ looks like Cruz." Spitting image, he said. I can't even look at my own daughter without seeing Cruz and wondering how the hell he got there.
You're not being serious. You're putting me on.
Kelly, come on. You've seen BJ. She doesn't look a thing like me.
So what? I don't really look like my parents. But if you put me in the right clothes, I'd be the spitting image of my maternal grandmother. See, looks can skip a generation or two. It doesn't mean that Jody was messing around with someone.
I'm not talking about just someone. I'm talking about Cruz. He's my best friend.
This is so silly. You really think that Jody's gonna keep something like this a secret? Cruz wouldn't do that either. He's never given me any indication that he has something to hide.
Maybe he doesn't know. Now, check this out, okay? I got pictures of BJ here.
Oh, no.
You tell me. Here's age 3, age 5, age 16. Now, every single one of those pictures tells a story. And they all seem to begin and end with Cruz.
You were just projecting your fears onto her face. So, did you ask Jody if she slept with Cruz?
Yeah, I asked her. She said no.
And you don't believe her?
I want to believe her. I desperately want to believe her. I'd like to shut that barn door on all these doubts and suspicions once and for all, but it seems like the horse is already out and halfway down the road. Most of my faith's gone with it. I thought it would help to talk about it. I don't know. I gotta get out of here.
Oh, Don't you go, don't you go. I'm glad you talked about it with me. I just wish I could convince you that you're wrong.
Well, you know, you could start by being a little more sure yourself.
Look, I can't talk to you anymore about this because I have to have dinner with my mother, but I don't want to leave it hanging. Can we finish this conversation later?
Yeah. Just not tonight. We're throwing a party for Sawyer's new girlfriend.
Throwing another party? You and your parties. Don't postpone this, okay? Because your thoughts, just like those horses, are going to be dragging you along with them. Talk to Jody about it and then believe what she tells you.
You make it sound so easy.
Do you love her?
No. No.
Like her?
I like her, fine, but she's not Lily. I mean, Lily's the one I'm in love with.
I heard that. Hey.
Hi. You okay?
I've had better days, weeks, years.
I've got a break coming up in a few minutes, and I was thinking maybe we could talk. There's something I want you to hear.
Sure. Okay, I'll meet you out on the terrace.
Okay. Right.
Timing, man. It's no secret how she's come to feel about you, huh?
Yeah. So what do I do about everything?
Well, about everything, I don't know. But the first thing you do is find out if Lisa is really pregnant. And if she is, you gotta listen real hard to your heart, brother. Do what's right for both of you. Because there are options out there, you know?
Yeah, I know there's lots of options, but there's only one choice.
You let that little Mexican get you pregnant? Lisa, your father is gonna kill you. Damn it, Lisa, I'm gonna kill you.
Take it down a little bit. Okay, wait, I am not pregnant, okay? I just want Рэйф to think I am.
Wait, what?
Okay, it's all part of the master plan, all right? The way to break Lily's heart into 100 tiny million pieces is through Рэйf, okay? So I tell him I'm preggers. What does he do?
All right, he spits a brick naturally.
Okay, and after that,
What?
he drags me down to the drugstore, all right? Picture me across the counter for some ferret-faced druggist giving him my money for a home pregnancy test. I nearly died.
Yeah, but how do you swing the test if you're not pregnant?
With a little imagination and some blue food coloring. I learned that one from one of my dad's ex-girlfriends. But I'm telling you, the best part I couldn't have even planned.
What?
Lily found the test in my dorm room. The rabbit died, and she looked like she was about to follow.
Oh, my dear, she must have been blown away.
Yeah, well, you know what? Who cares how she feels? Did she care about anyone's feelings when she holy rolled over people's lives as Lily Light spreading the good news? There's a sucker born every minute. Excuse me for not feeling sorry for her.
All right, now what about Рэйф?
Oh, Рэйf, I've got him right where I want him.
Yes, but do you really want him? I mean, this is a great scam and everything. I take my hat off to you. But suppose it works so well you end up marrying this guy.
I won't let it come to that.
Really? Well, good. This means you have no feelings for the fellow one way or the other.
I didn't say that.
Then what are you saying, Lisa? Do you care about him or not?
All right, it doesn't matter, okay? The point is I play Рэйф along until I am satisfied that Lily's romantic illusions are completely and thoroughly shattered, okay? Then I throw him back. A tiny fish in a stagnant pond of lots of other little fishies.
I've got to hand it to you. I don't really know how you do it. You look so warm and inviting. Who would imagine you have ice water running through your veins?
So you think that wanting to destroy Lily Blake's life makes me cold? I don't. In fact, I kind of get all warm and tingly just thinking about it.
That's my girl.
Sleeping?
Must have died and gone to heaven. I opened my eyes and there's an angel there before me.
You know that you scared me to death.
Yeah?
Being in the hospital. Are you all right?
Strong as bull.
Strong.
Yeah.
You're weak as a kitten.
Just a little stress.
That's what being married to Gina will get you. Now, I've heard about the police and the play and... What do you two do for an encore?
Oh, I get Gina off, and then I get better, and then she and I grow old and fat and happy together.
You really do care about her, don't you? You see something in her the rest of us have missed.
Ain't that what love is all about?
Yeah.
We had it once, didn't we?
We sure did. We actually had a chance to get it back not too long ago. Wonder why we didn't. I can't remember.
Timing.
Ah, yes.
But boy, did we burn brightly for a while, didn't we? We had our day in the sun. You can't go back, even if you want to.
I miss us. You're right, you can't go back. Anyway, I kind of like where I am right now.
Me too.
And we helped each other get here.
Yep.
But I'll never forget us burning brightly in the sun. I think the world was warmer then.
Maybe we're just getting older.
No, better.
Better? Impossible.
That's just about enough of that. How do you expect my husband to get well if you're gonna breathe your germs all over him? It's like Grand Central Station in here. You know, if you or Minks cared one whit about Lionel, you'd simply leave him to me.
I better go. I'll see you later. Excuse me.
What was that all about, or should I ask?
Gina, my little spitfire.
Well, if you're gonna put it that way, maybe I should ask if there's anything I can do for you.
Oh, I only have one request.
What's that?
Come grow old with me. The best is yet to be.
Look, I'm hanging up. This phone call's costing me a fortune. I'm using a friend's phone. I'm thinking about moving in to save money on the rent. No, you cannot have the number. Look, sit tight. I'll put a check in the mail as soon as I can, all right? Look, the door's ringing. I gotta go. Bye. Hi.
Oh, hi, Ken.
Come on in.
Oh, I was.
How are you?
Good. My mother and I are meeting for dinner, and is she ready yet?
Oh, no, she's not here, actually. She's running a quick errand. I know she's excited about the girls' night out, so sit down. Can I get you a drink or something?
Oh, no, thanks. How's it going?
Same old, same old.
I was thinking about this. You know, I don't know what your same old is. It seems like my mother and you have become very close, but you and I are still virtually strangers.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Well, we'll have to do something about it, I guess. Well, where do we start? Who am I? Where do I come from? Am I an axe murderer?
Oh, let's hope not. Why don't we just start, like, where do you come from?
Originally, I'm from Texas. I worked really hard to get rid of the accent, but it kind of comes out whenever I get tired or I've had a drink or two.
Kind of cute.
Uh-huh. And I lived in Dallas. I was born in Dallas and lived there until my parents were killed in a plane crash when I was 4. And it's all right. Then I went to live with my aunt and uncle in Goleta. But I guess you could say the last 10 years of my life, my home has been the island of Oahu.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. An itinerant beachcomber.
Well, not exactly. A friend and I co-founded a line of holistic healthcare and vitamin products, and to promote them, we opened a line of gymnasiums that stretched from, oh gosh, Honolulu to Bangkok. And we opened 10 a year for 5 years, and we still couldn't keep up with the demand.
That's very impressive. How did you go from all of that and end up here as being a personal trainer?
Yeah. How the mighty have fallen.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, one day I'm sitting aside a multi-million-dollar empire, and the next day it's gone. This is the part where people usually get bored with the story of my life.
It's not boring at all. I'd really like to hear.
Well, all right, but remember, you asked for it.
The thing is, it can be pretty rough taking responsibility for a child's life when you're not even sure where your own is going anymore, you know?
Take my advice, okay? Don't listen to a word this guy tells you. He was born with this built-in compass that always pointed him in the right direction, you know what I'm saying?
What do you say we grab a table? Come on.
Well, I guess I put in my 2 cents worth. Now, what are you guys talking about?
Well, this girl I know might be pregnant with my child, and if she is, looks like I got myself an instant family.
Oh, man. I've been there. I know what that's like. If you check my marriage license against BJ's birth certificate, you're gonna find a couple months discrepancy. We just told everybody that we had the honeymoon before the wedding.
You never told me about that.
You mean you married your girl because she was pregnant?
No. No, we got married because we loved each other. And I never once looked back. Till today. You know, I only ask 2 things out of this life. People tell me the truth and leave me and my family alone to live our lives. Those 2 conditions satisfied, we'll all get along just fine.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
My break just started.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So what did you want to tell me?
Well, I've been thinking a lot about you lately. And me. And, how life, it doesn't always work out the way it does in fairy tales.
Tell me about it.
Well, you tried to tell me about it. You remember when I was running after Ted, chasing after him like he was some sort of Prince Charming? Well, the thing is I was in the wrong story. I was chasing after the wrong guy. It seems to be happening to me a lot lately, finding myself in the middle of somebody else's romance. But see, not all happy endings are alike. I think what I've learned is that there's a different happy ending for each one of us, you know what I mean? And it's not like it's written down in some book. We get to write it ourselves.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that I'm ready to turn the page and start working on our own happy ending. Yours and mine.
There we go. Blessed silence. I locked the door so no more people can come barging in here. It's just you and me and a little peace and quiet.
Uh-oh. Is this a free show?
No, actually, I was just gonna lay down and keep you company while you take a nap. You know what they say? It's good for you to tie in your breathing with someone else's, like when a baby listens to its mother's heartbeat while it's in the womb.
There's plenty of room here.
Doctor's orders.
Doctors, humph. What do they know? They stick you with a needle and they stick you with a bill. The physician's formula is to inflict as much pain so that it'll take your mind off your rapidly depleting wallet.
Oh, come on. You've got to admit you're a lot better.
Yeah? Oh, Gina. Oh, Gina.
Are you all right?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's happening again, yeah.
Lionel, what should I do?
Just come here. No, I'm just kidding. Come here. Come. Just lie close to me. Hold me. Yeah. That's better.
You okay?
I originally started out to be a doctor, an orthopedic surgeon. But something happened the last year of my residency that was sort of unforeseen and turned my life upside down. So I left school, and I hid out from the world and myself on wallowing on some beach in Kauai.
Hey, nice place to wallow.
Yeah, not exactly. I don't know. I look back on it, it's like somebody else's life. I let my hair grow long, and I swam and slept all day. I know it sounds kind of idyllic, but paradise can get boring after a while.
So what did you do then?
packed all my belongings in this little knapsack, and I got a job as a pool boy at this hotel on the Big Island. And I got to know some of the guests, and there was this one guy who was kind of a big-time mover and shaker. I had some really good ideas about a holistic approach to health using vitamins and exercise. He thought it was a great idea, so the next thing you know, we're partners.
How to succeed in business.
Yeah, and we did. We were wildly successful. I lived my life in the fast lane like everybody else in the 80s, and then it spun out. One morning, the accountant calls me. She says, "You don't have enough money in the account to make payroll." I check it out, and my partner has made off with everything. But I still had my knapsack, so I pack it, and I make my way here. End of story.
That's an incredible story. So why didn't you go back to med school? You said there was this unforeseen thing. What happened? Why didn't you finish?
Why didn't you?
Hi.
Hi.
I didn't hear you come in.
I didn't. I felt like I shouldn't interrupt. It seemed like a private moment. You don't have to answer that question if you don't want to.
No, I don't have any secrets from you. I was engaged to be married. I met this girl and fell in love in school. She was going to be a surgical nurse. She probably is. Anyway, the night before graduation, some friends were going to give us an engagement party at this little Italian restaurant that we used to eat at. I left the hospital and went straight to the restaurant, but Valerie was late. So I went back to the apartment to see what was keeping her. I found her in bed with the guy that I'd asked to be my best man. Needless to say, she didn't. She gave me the ring back.
Ugh. That's horrible.
I kind of had a nervous breakdown. I didn't really realize what it was at the time. So I never got out of school. I never got my MD. I never got the girl. I never got the dream.
Is that the reason you're afraid to close your eyes at night? Because you don't know what's going to be there when you open them.
Say something.
I don't know what to say.
God, Рэйф. Tell me I'm a jerk for playing games with you. Tell me I'm a fool for not seeing us the way I do now, real and clear. Tell me something, Рэйф. Tell me you feel the same way. Tell me there is a chance here. I love you.
What did you say?
I said I love you. More than anything, Рэйф, I'm in love with you. It's too late? What? Too much has happened?
No.
Well, what? Is it Lisa? What is it, Рэйf?
It's not Lisa. I mean, it is Lisa. It's just that I don't know where we stand with that whole situation. You know,
Boss. I gotta get back to work. We can talk later, right?
I don't know.
Рэйf, is there... What? Do you have something you need to tell me?
You better go. You better go back inside.
So aren't you glad you're not 18 anymore?
Banner year for me, pal. Year I got married, the year B Jay was born. I don't think there was a better year in my whole life.
Reese, let me take a shot in the dark here. Is it something about me that's bothering you?
Now you just keep taking slow, deep breaths. Out with the bad air, in with the good.
Be still my heart.
The doctor said it was nerves, not your heart. And I'm sure when this whole toxon mess is settled, those nerves will go away. Keep breathing. Remember what you said about getting old together?
This is nice.
Yes, it is. It's real nice.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I didn't mean for this to be a true confession.
Well, you don't have to apologize to me. I sure feel like I know you better now.
You don't see us heading for the hills, do you? I even came back.
No, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
How's your sick friend?
He's feeling better, thank you.
Who are we talking about? Lionel.
As in Lockridge? I thought you two used to be an item.
Long time ago. Long time ago. I'm gonna go upstairs and change. I'll be right back. So you're okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Would you like some tea?
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Okay. Be right back.
I'll get it. Hello? No, this is not a good time to talk. How did you get this number? I'll call you later.
Trouble?
No. You know, that joint venture that went bust, there's, still a few kinks to work out, but I'm sure they will.
I'm sure they will too.
Nothing's bothering me. I mean, unless there's something you have on your mind, a problem, you feel guilty about something?
No, I don't. I feel confused. Because I think you're running some kind of a big code on me all of a sudden, and I don't get it, you know, with all this talk about truth and trust and guilt. You need to criticize me. Why don't you just come out and do it, man? What the hell? Don't I always tell you the truth?
You say so.
I say so.
Then it must be true. I mean, your word's always been legal tender with me, you know that. If you told me the moon was made of green cheese, then it's made of green cheese. If you tell me we don't have anything to discuss, I believe that too.
You remember that movie theater off campus only showed foreign films with subtitles? My God, I haven't thought about that place in years.
What reminded you of that?
You.
Let's get out of here, all right? I promised Jody I'd help Aurora set up for Aurora's birthday party.
You sure I'm invited?
Sure, I'm sure. You sure you want to come?
Sure, I'm sure. Assuming that you and I are still okay here, right? Still cradle to grave?
Birth to earth.
Great. Why don't you grab the tab? The tip too, maybe, huh?
Some things never change.
Ain't that the truth?
It's a song you wrote for me, isn't it?
I didn't write it. Cielo wrote it. He's working on a new one.
Yeah? What's it about?
It's about an angel. Her name is Lilly. And how she came to save me. And how much I still love her. And always will. And how nothing in the world could ever keep us apart.
You really believe that?
With all my heart.